In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Still, we are in the series of Al-Safwa, that are the prophets. In the last episodes, we talked about Hagar and her infant Ishmael when they have been left alone in the desert of Mecca. The baby started to cry out of hunger and out of thirst. So she spotted a small mountain called Al-Safwa. We call it Al-Safwa. She went there, she climbed that small mountain. It's like a rock, big rock. From there, she can see her baby and she can call others for help. Nobody responded. So she went down to the valley, and there she couldn't see her baby. So she ran fast so that she climbed another mountain called Al-Murwa. It's 400 to 500 meters. From there, she can see her baby, and she cried for help. And we said she did this 7 times. And this is what we are doing now during Sa'i and during Umrah and Hajj. We are doing the same as what our mother Hagar did. After the 7th round, she heard somebody, and she saw a man standing beside her infant Ishmael. That was Jibril alayhi salam. So she ran to the spot. She found there underneath the foot of Ishmael that there is a gush of water, a spring of water, a fountain of water gushing. She was happy, and out of her she doesn't want to lose this water. She started to make with her hands some barriers with the mud so that it will contain the water from spreading far from the feet of Ishmael. She took some of the water and she gave to her baby, and she herself drank that water. She became very happy. And these are the blessings of this family. Subhanallah al-Azim. These are the blessings of this family. Zamzam. This is the story of Zamzam, water of Zamzam, which started that time and still running till nowadays. Zamzam is a blessed water from the start. After that, even the fleets of migrating birds sensed this water, so it landed there. And it happens, subhanallah al-azim, if God wants something, He will do the arrangements for that thing to happen. There was some people traveling from south, from Yemen, going to the north to search for a better life. And they went near to that place, near to Mecca, maybe 10 kilometers or something like that. And they used to know that this part of the desert, there is no life there, there is no water. That group of people, say they are 1,000 people, men, women, children, riding their camels, but they ran short of water and food. They noticed, they are talented to this, they noticed that there are fleets of migrating birds landing on that spot. This is very strange to them. There must be water there. The birds will not do this except if there is water nearby. So this group of people, a tribe, they sent 2 of them to go and search that place. There is something new happened here, to see what really is it. 2 men came and they found Hagar and her baby Ishmael, and they found the water. So it was for their surprise. God knows how the translation goes on, but they understood that this is a blessings from Allah and this is our blessed family. So they asked her whether they can settle near to her and use this water with her. It's plenty for her. She said, okay, no problem. And this means that the supplication of Ibrahim alayhi salam was executed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He prayed that people will come around them, and this is what really happened. Those group of people who came from Yemen are not a lot. They are like 1,000. That's the usual number. Men, women, children. They are called Jurhum. Jurhum, a tribe of Yemen. So they settled in Mecca. And they found this righteous woman. They took care of her and of her baby. And she was happy that there are people in the neighborhood. They brought with them the food, and they started some of the agriculture, and they used some of the professions that they have. So life flourished again in Mecca. How many times did Ibrahim visited? How many times did Ibrahim, peace be upon him, visited Hagar and her son? Several times. One of these times is that one of these journeys, he came, he found his wife, his son, grown up among good, righteous people, kind people. When they met Ibrahim, that's Jurhum met Ibrahim, they became followers of him because he is a great messenger, great prophets, always preaching Islam, preaching the good things to people, to save them from the hellfire. Of course, this is the job of the good people, is to preach Islam, is to save people from the hellfire, the eternal fate. One of the visits, when Ishmael is 13 or 14 years old, so he starts the age, as they call the age of exertion, the age of going outside to gain money or to bring goods or bring things, hunting, to help his parents. Ibrahim saw a vision, a dream. You know, dreams for us, it may mean something, it may not. But for prophets, it's a type of revelation, it's a type of inspiration. He saw a scary vision. He saw that he is slaughtering his son Ishmael. So he told his wife and he told his son. They said, well, out of their belief and out of their faith on God, they said, especially Ismail said, Father, do whatever God ordered you. I will be one of the patients. Don't worry about me. So he decided to slaughter him. Maybe the people of Jurhum noticed the story, but I don't know at what stage they have been told this. But later, sooner or later, they know it. He took Ishmael. Both of them submitted to God. Both of them surrendered to God. Both of them was sincere to God. And Ibrahim was gonna to do it. He put his son to the ground and he took the knife. He sharpens the knife. He catches his hair. He catches the Ishmael head hair and he put the knife through his throat to cut it. But Gabriel, by the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, said, okay, Ibrahim, you succeeded in the trial. God does not want you to kill your son or slaughter him. No. And this is a sheep. And instead of slaughtering your son, you slaughter this sheep. And you have a party today. You, your wife, and your son. It's like a celebration. You have to rejoice, Ibrahim. And from now then, your name will not be Ibrahim. Your name is the friend of Allah, Al-Khalil, the close friend of Allah. Because Ibrahim proved to everybody that anything in this life will not be able to obstruct his obedience to God, even slaughtering his only son. The only son, a good son with all characteristics of a good person. So number one, Ibrahim became the friend of Allah. Hagar, the wife of the friend, Zawjatul Khalil. Ishmael was promised to be a messenger to the Arabs, to Jurhum and other people in the Arab Peninsula. So both succeeded, all of them. So all of them succeeded and all of them rewarded. Now Satan, the devil, was asked to prostrate to Adam and he refused. But now Ibrahim was not asked. He saw a dream and then he was gonna to do what God's commanded, what God wants. So Iblis became very jealous of this act of Ibrahim. He tried to stop Ibrahim from doing this because this will make Ibrahim very righteous and will have a high rank in the paradise. By this we conclude this episode, hoping to see you in the next episode to see what did Satan, the devil, did to obstruct Ibrahim from being obedient to God, and what he did to Ishmael, and what he did to Hagar, and what was the response of three of them. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.